She is his lawyer. She's like, Your Honor, my client is a loser, okay? He's got no riz. He's short. Look at his hairline. Looking worse than LeBron's. And now what are you going to do? You're going to let him lose to Gwyneth Paltrow? I'm saying it. I was going to cover this story, but I'm glad that Charlie covered it so I could just like fucking... Okay, it's a full-blown video, not clips of his stream.
Now, Gwyneth Paltrow is locked in a legal battle that I think has to be the most unhinged court case.
This was a positive day for white women, okay? Gwyneth Paltrow winning her case, beating the case. Quick thread on Gwyneth. Everything Gwyneth Paltrow has warned the court. Oh my gosh, she fucking served. She fucking slayed. She absolutely destroyed this piece of shit garbage man who came after my queen, okay? She destroyed her like an old jade pussy egg that she must discard now because it's been far too long since she stopped using it, okay? That's what she did. Slay mama. A lot of you are saying, huh, in the chat, not recognizing that what I'm talking about is available at goop.com. That's right. The sponsor of the show is goop.com. It's Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm in the pocket of Big Gwyneth, okay? I'm a crunchy granola fan. She's earned tonight's vagina steaming and glass of wine. How dare you, Gwyneth? Earns it every night by simply existing. Gwyneth Paltrow, for those of you who do not know, for the uninitiated, is one of the most unhinged wine moms on the fucking planet. Okay? She is absolutely out of control. I mean, straight up. When I think of like the perfect, older, wealthy, powerful white lady, I think of Gwyneth Paltrow. A person who definitely is not experiencing quite a bit of oppression. And due to that lack of oppression in her life, has basically found new things to focus on. New things like, suntanning your asshole and your gooch. I don't know, selling jade eggs that you shove up your vagina on goop.com. I do legitimately feel like she's just thinking, how can I push this further? How can I push the bar further than I have? Well, here it is, goop.com, heretic. This smells like my vagina. This is a bougie perfume with a funny, gorgeous, sexy, and beautifully unexpected scent. This candle is made with geranium, citrusy bergamot, and cedar absolutes juxtaposed with damask rose and ambrette seed to put us in mind of fantasy, seduction, and a sophisticated warmth. Absolutely remarkable. I mean, she is literally the GOAT. She is the GOAT of white women. You know she already is subscribed to the top of the hour. Like, she's always prepared for every kind of circumstance. At the top of the hour, she's gifting subs, so that others can also avoid the top of the hour ad break. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Oh, this went crazy on TikTok. She looks
What's
like
your wellness?
She looks like a corpse and barely eats. Yeah, a lot of people were worried about Gwyneth, but what you don't understand is she is just simply...
I have in my hand...
practicing. She is just simply practicing breatharianism. It's a very real way to live. Calm like a Tom. Thank you for the 5. Get the subs. Let's take a look.
What's your routine look like now?
I eat dinner early in the evening. I do a nice intermittent fast. I usually eat something about 12. And in the morning, I'll have some things that won't spike my blood sugar, right? So I have coffee, but I really like soup for lunch. I have bone broth for lunch a lot of the days. Try to do 1 hour of movement. So I'll either take a walk or I'll do Pilates or I'll do my Tracy Anderson. And then I get in the sauna. I dry brush and I get in the sauna. So I do my infrared sauna for 30 minutes. And then for dinner, I try to eat, according to paleo. So lots of vegetables. It's really important for me to support my detox.
She has some Alex Jones bone broth. There is no way that a tiny Gwyneth Paltrow could crash into a man and send him flying, though. Well, that's actually the point of contention that we are going to talk about today. That's right, Gwyneth Paltrow was in court over the past week. Some of you might have not noticed because you are misogynistic and you hate white women. And I, on the other hand, orientalize them. And that is why I was paying attention. That's right. Gwyneth Paltrow was involved in a ski incident, a ski accident, all the way back in 2016. And this is finally coming to a close in the Gwyneth Paltrow saga. The Gwyneth Paltrow ski incident arc is finally come to a close after a long and convoluted court case where she was sued because the quote-unquote victim decided that Gwyneth had actually hit him during this ski incident. Wait, did you say 2016? Wasn't it 2016? And then I thought it was over 2016. After 8 days of testimony in Park City, Utah, the Oscar-winning actress and wellness mogul was found not liable in retired optometrist Dr. Terry Sanderson's lawsuit. What is this? No more white women 2020. How dare you? I am a fan of white women. Innocent. Now, Dr. Terry Sanderson, retired optometrist, sued Gwyneth Paltrow for claiming that Gwyneth had actually hit him in the back during this skiing incident. One of the damages that he had experienced in this Park City, Utah court case was that Dr. Terry Sanderson could no longer taste wine. As a sommelier, I don't know if he's a sommelier. I actually made that up. But I don't know if he was actually a sommelier. But he literally said one of the damages that Gwyneth Paltrow caused him after hitting him from behind was that he stopped being able to taste wine. That's right. I fucking love this court case. Let's take a look. Give it up to Charlie. Let's see if he can describe it better.
I have ever had the privilege of watching live. It's such a blessing. It really feels like this is a parody of the legal system, like it's some kind of old college humor skit about how court works, because I just can't believe this is real. Like, watching this Gwyneth Paltrow court case is like experiencing an episode of Psychosis without ever doing any kind of drugs or anything. It's baffling. Before even getting into the actual specifics of it, I just want to, lay the groundwork real quick. She's getting sued by someone named Terry over a ski incident that happened in 2016 where Terry's claim...
I was right, by the way. The ski incident was in 2016. Fuck you guys.
She ran into him and caused a brain injury as well as other injuries and is seeking damages from that. And Gwyneth Paltrow is saying, no. She's wiggling her finger and saying, that's not what happened. Terry hit me. So now she's countersuing for $1. She's looking for $1 in damages as a result of all of this. So already the case itself is delivering on the goofiness, but what elevates this and brings it to a higher level and turns that dial from goofy, blowing all the way past wacky, and even teetering on silly, is the fact that the two lawyers that are representing them feel like they've never practiced law in their entire life. I wouldn't be surprised to learn this is their first case, or that this is all just one big publicity stunt and these are two actors pretending to be lawyers.
This is about 11. She hears, suddenly she sees, and a man comes up right behind her. It's like they begin falling to the right, and he hits down side and his head, and so she's pulling. Now, he's like, I know the whole thing. Younger woman, not younger, young. Does that say said? I can't read it.
Now, I know it's not exactly fair to do a little supercut here of his explanation of the situation, but if you just watch the whole thing, it's not much clearer. It really feels like he's trying to recall a nightmare he had after taking NyQuil. Like, he's just trying to recall this dream, and he's not getting it across clearly. Like, even my cat was confused. Like, she came in here and jumped up while I was watching this live, and must have overheard some of his explanation, and then immediately just got the fuck away and went over there, and it's been hanging out ever since. The thing is, like, he's presenting like he's nervous. He is actually delivering his side of the situation like I would deliver a class project back in college, where I'm presenting to the class and I've got the butterflies in my tummy, so I'm fumbling all my words, I can't get any of my thoughts out clearly. Like, it just does seem that he has a problem with public speaking, which I've never really seen from a lawyer before. And it's not like his opposing lawyer, his opponent here in this legal combat, is any better. In fact, she seems like she's just more of a fangirl of Gwyneth Paltrow, and all of her questions are just kind of conversation starters for small talk between them. And keep in mind, this lawyer is representing Terry, so she's supposed to be grilling Gwyneth Paltrow and trying to, like, prove that Terry's the one that's telling the truth and he deserves to win the case. But when I listen to her statements, it really just feels like she's, like, internally freaking out because she's getting to meet and talk with Gwyneth Paltrow. It's so weird.
Good friends with Taylor Swift?
No.
Why did these two incredibly wealthy people that were at a super wealthy ski resort literally hire the most, like, public defender ass, even though I'm not shitting on public defenders, you know, they're brave, they're bold, they're doing the most, okay? But, like, you know, why did they hire some of the worst lawyers I've ever seen in my entire life? I don't get it.
Overruled?
You're not good friends with Taylor Swift.
I would not say we're good friends. We are friendly. I've taken my kids to one of her concerts before, but we don't talk very often.
You've never given Miss Swift personal, intimate gifts for Christmas.
Your Honor. Relevance, or I
Explained
would
as
like
to
a
relevance.
bench trial.
Well, she's just said that she wasn't friends with her, so I'm inquiring on that.
I was half expecting this lawyer to then turn around and say, if you give me some free Taylor Swift tickets, I'll go ahead and drop this whole case right now and throw Terry to the fucking wolves here.
Wait,
Like,
what?
These interactions don't lead to anything. I tried to get the context on what the fuck the thought process here even was with bringing.
Bro, she got them cutie eyes in that moment, bro. I know what that is, bro. That's Taylor Swift stands, bro. I swear to God. They just literally lose their shit when they have an opportunity to, like, learn more information about when they have an opportunity to learn more information about Taylor Swift, they just, like, forget about what they're doing and they're just, like, laser in on that one thing. You know what I mean?
Bringing up Taylor Swift out of the blue. And it's apparently because Taylor Swift also did some kind of lawsuit for like $1 in damages as a countersuit back in like 2017 or some shit. But it's still completely irrelevant to the whole case here. It doesn't really serve a purpose to try and establish a connection between Gwyneth Paltrow and Taylor Swift, because that has nothing to do with getting to the bottom of this ski incident and who's at fault and who should be awarded the damages. Now, while we don't know who's fully at fault for the ski incident right now, I do know that you're at fault for bad fashion choices if you decide to miss out. Is downright dangerous at times and at best extremely stupid. In fact, I'm surprised she hasn't gone to trial for her scam of a candle, This Smells Like My Vagina. I made a whole review on that candle and I promise
Excuse me, Charlie. You don't know what her pussy smell like. What if it smells citrusy?
you, no vagina has ever smelled like that candle.
Yeah, you don't know. Gwyneth Paltrow's does, so case
It was
closed.
fraudulent. It was misleading advertisement. It was completely false. It did not smell like her vagina, and I'm very confident. In fact, I might even go for a lawsuit to see if they can put Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy on the stand so we can all smell it and compare it to her candle. But that's a can of worms for a different day. Point is, I'm not a Gwyneth Paltrow fan. And Terry went on the stand today, and after hearing him, I'm certainly not a Terry fan. I don't know who's at fault here. Gwyneth Paltrow moves around and acts like an evil rich supervillain, so I definitely do think there's a chance that she is the one that just blasted Terry because she's not good at skiing and then had no empathy and left him there. That's super possible, but I also think it's equally possible that Terry is a shitty skier and a pathological liar who has been chasing this potential bag for 7 years, because originally he was seeking $3.1 million in damages, but it got thrown out due to them ruling it wasn't a hit and run. So he came back and is doing it again, but this time for a lower amount of $300,000 in damages.
Why is Gwyneth Paltrow famous? She's like a super famous actress, man. What the fuck? I think her parents were famous too, right? I don't know, but like, yeah, she is like a very famous actress. Like, I mean, wasn't she like in Iron Man and shit? Anyway.
So it really feels like both people are fucking weird. But before showing you Terry, I want to show you one more best of moment from Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyer, who tries to see if they can bring in treats for the bailiffs.
This
private security for my client wanted to bring in treats for the bailiffs for how helpful they've been. So I wanted to do that transparently and see if there are any objections.
What?
Okay. There's an objection.
Okay, so I will let them know.
Let them know thank you, but no thank you.
I mean, he should have asked us first, frankly.
It hasn't been done.
I know, he should have asked us first. We could talk about it, but he just sprung it on us now. So we object.
What'd you find out about the jury?
This guy actually feels like a camp counselor and they're on a school field trip or something. Like, holy shit. So the treats were shot down. They put the kibosh on that. But they were open to negotiate. In fact, they get into a little bit of a tiff, a slight argument about, well, if you'd only, asked us before and discussed it, I mean, maybe we could have all had treats together, maybe even a little pizza party. I mean, you didn't really give us notice.
Dude, this is literally what the court system was made for, okay? Technically. Like, incredibly irrelevant minor disputes between two very wealthy individuals that are just arguing over, like, dumb shit. This is great. This is awesome.
You sprung it up out of nowhere. You ambushed us with it, so nope, not anymore. Now none of us get to enjoy any of these baked goods.
You were asked about the press conference and referring to Miss Paltrow as King Kong. Were you referring to her as King Kong or the noise that you heard?
That's leading, Your Honor.
What did King Kong refer to?
I got to watch this whole segment unfold live, and my God, what a treat. So right now the line of questioning is about King Kong and explaining why he said King Kong. And this is Terry's response.
My apologies to Ms. Paltrow because my intention got twisted up in my intention.
Motherfucker looks like Colonel Sanders got buckle fat removal, bro. What is this? Straight Colonel Sanders, secret spices, 7 secret spices looking ass motherfucker. What the hell? How many chickens is this man fried in Kentucky?
And was to say it sounded like a lady getting chased by King Kong out of the jungle. It was that kind of I'm really scared.
He clarifies that the sound he was hearing reminded him of a woman being chased by King Kong out of the jungle. So that cleared all of that up, luckily. Another question that I feel gets pretty much fucking nowhere.
There was some testimony from Miss Paltrow again that she was hit in the back by a very large man, or that there was a very large man. Could you just step down for just a moment? Terry, do you... No, right here. Right here. Do you consider yourself a very large man?
Many times I wish I was, but no. Definitely on the small side.
Bro, this is my lawyer. I am not winning this court case, bro. I am not. Bro, they were doing a race to the bottom. They literally were. Oh, dude. Wait, who else did my client is a manlet defense? Oh my God, Tory Lanez's lawyers did that too, remember? Yo, this is not a good year for the manlets, dude. That's the second time a celebrity involved case in court where we have seen, Your Honor, my client is a little man. He's a very tiny man, okay? You can barely see him type shit.
Finally, real evidence to poke holes in Gwyneth Paltrow's story. She said, apparently, that she was hit from behind by a large man. So, in order to prove that this is a false claim, she brings Terry out to just embarrass him. Like, he is not a large man, this is a small man. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. This is a manlet. It just puts him on blast like that. Terry, my brother, I am also on the small side. I'm 5'6". If someone called me out to prove a point that there's no way this whole case is real because Charlie is too fucking short to fit this definition, he's too much of a goddamn hobbit for this to be true, I would have just said, it's not worth it, please. The shame is too much for me to bear. Just let that claim be accurate. Let the large man claim stick. That's fine. We can fight on every other point. Please let the large man stay in the record as truthful. Don't fucking have the jury point and laugh at me because I'm short. Like, good lord, this was... I mean, I understand what the thought process was here. Like, trying to prove that, you know, she can't be a reliable source of information since she says it was a large man that hit her and Terry's not that big. But I mean, holy shit, it's still a wild thing to watch unfold like this.
You've been here for a number of days. You've heard all the doctors testify. Your entire life has now been broadcast to the world.
I feel like I've been fleshed out, and anyone up here I think would feel the same way.
In
Very
fact,
painful.
In fact, I think you just told me back there, well, I could never go on another dating site again.
Objection. Terry can go on any dating site he wants. Sustained. Again, this is just simply...
Bro, why is she owning him? Like, that's her lawyer. I mean, that's his lawyer. She is his lawyer. She's like, Your Honor, my client is a fucking loser, okay? He's got no riz. He's short. Look at his hairline. That shit's looking worse than LeBron's. And now, what are you going to do? You're going to fucking let him lose to Gwyneth Paltrow? Your Honor, we need some of that goop money, okay? My client is short as fuck, and he's got no riz. He is definitely not getting pussy ever again.
A line of questioning, maybe I'm too dumb to understand. What does this have to do with anything? It's a public trial.
That's
so,
fucked
of course,
up.
on both sides, a ton of information is going to come to light to the public. So I'm unsure of where this was supposed to lead. Maybe it was supposed to make people feel like bad for Terry, like on the stand, like, oh man, you know, this guy, he's had his whole life laid out in front of everyone now. You know, I guess I'm not really sure, but it just doesn't really seem super pertinent to the actual issue here.
Yeah, I'm classifying it as an insult, but it's absolutely ignoring me, ignorance. And that's what it felt like. It's like, what is going on here?
Dude, white on white crime is awesome. It's like crime against, like, white on white crime against, like, especially against, like, people who are already, like, very comfortable in their socioeconomic conditions is just hilarious. You should be banned for saying that. Crucial 1711. Brother, you got two super fucking rich white people getting sad at one another over like some dumb shit. And you're like, dude, I can't believe he said that. I can't. Meanwhile, if I were to look at your logs, you'd be like, what about black on black crime everywhere else? Why? Why are you motherfuckers like this? Why? Why do you fucking act like so woke? He thinks you're saying a slur instead of goop. I think I recall you saying about the January 6th criminals doing confessions on live TV. These are the weirdest criminals I've ever seen. Yes, it's awesome because that sense of entitlement and the system working in your favor the entire life, your entire life yields these like tremendously funny moments. Do you get it? That's what the thing is. That's what makes this real fucking funny. It's like, when you are expecting the system to work for you and then you meet your match, you know, you meet another person who the system also works for regularly, all of a sudden, it's pretty funny.
Here, this is obviously an issue that someone needs to be accountable for. And if they're never accountable, what are they going to do? They're going to do it again. Now we have the molesting of young children on an island.
Like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp wasn't the most annoying white on white trial ever, but y'all are rabbit anytime you get to hate on a white woman or hate on a woman. Wait, what? Nobody had that take for the Amber Heard case? Did you just compare a fucking two rich people having like a ski accident and then extending this to a literal fucking court case to like two sick puppies fucking back and forth domestically abusing one another? Like, is that what you just did? That's insane, bro. That is like literally insane. One is like silly celebrity drama. The other one is like psychotic.
Your Honor,
Denial.
This is ridiculous testimony. He's talking about...
Sustained as to relevance, the last part, the jury should disregard.
Wait, what did he say?
Accountable. What are they going to do? They're going to do it again. Now we have the molesting of young children on an island.
Your Honor,
Denial.
This is ridiculous testimony. He's talking about...
Sustained as
What?
to relevance, the last part, the jury should disregard.
Is he
Now
talking
you
about
can
Jeffrey
see things
Epstein?
going a little off the rails here. So the question that brought this section up was, is the lawsuit important to you? which again is one of those fucking galaxy brain questions, those chess master moves I can't quite process, because fucking obviously the lawsuit's important. He's been pursuing it for years now. I mean, Jesus Christ, clearly it's important. And it led to this situation where he's saying if he doesn't do something, it's just going to happen again, and then it leads to the molesting of children on an island. So that's a lot to take in right there. That's a lot to digest. I think he's talking about the Epstein Island and the Epstein book. I don't know if Gwyneth Paltrow's name was in Epstein's flight logs on his lists, but I certainly wouldn't be surprised if it was. Half of Hollywood was taking trips to Epstein's Island. Bunch of goddamn evil freaks. But I don't understand exactly how we got to that point in this case here. And I also like the statement preceding it that if he didn't sue...
I don't know if that was true. I mean, there was like a lot of celebrities that did that shit, but like, I don't know if it was like that. I think Hollywood's got his own Epstein.
Gwyneth Paltrow for this, she'd do it again. As if like she's just this absolutely rambunctious villain on the slopes out there that is constantly running into people out there like a fucking pinball. Just actually bulldozing everyone she can, and it's up to Terry to stop her. Put an end to her reign of tyranny on those slopes because she just keeps hitting people. It's as you can see, this whole case, this whole trial is wild.
You've said you've shrunk and lost weight since the incident, right?
Well,
What?
I ballooned.
Now, when we stand you up, you've lost like 15 pounds and shrunk 3 inches, right?
I had
Yes or no?
I had no
What?
idea. I guess yes. I was
Just
He shrunk 3 inches? What do you mean?
a few days ago, you said I was 175 to 80 and 5'8". Remember?
I said that not here. Oh, you know what?
In this very trial.
Overruled.
I know why I said that. It's because the VA records weighs you with all your clothes and everything on, and I knew that's what you were reading was what
Clothes
the VA
don't
reported.
give you 3 inches. You with me?
Heels do.
Did you have heels on?
No, not at all.
All right.
Now the tables have turned again. Phoenix Wright is back, and he's grilling him on a potential lie here, stating that he had said that he was heavier and taller than he actually is, and says that you stated that you...
Wait, he was pulling a Ludwig, dude. Yo, he was pulling a Ludwig. He was lying about his height at the DMV. Oh my God. Yo, this is Caucasian activity right here. Now we know. For those of you who don't know, Ludwig, every time he has to get a new ID, has year over year lied about his height, increasing it by 1 inch every year.
You were 5'8", but as we've seen today, you're closer to 5'5". How did you lose 3 inches so quickly? That doesn't make any sense. It's not like you set the height setting from Wumbo to Mini. So what the fuck is going on here? This seems like a lie. And that's kind of the line of question he's going down. The whole thing is just such a weird trial. Like, I feel like half the time they're not even focused on the actual skiing incident. It just goes in all of these completely different directions that you'll never see coming. These plot twists in this trial are wild. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I got to watch a good chunk of it today. And it's something special. So yeah.
See ya. Okay, here's one more highlight.
You were wearing goggles, a helmet.
Yes.
Okay, kind of looked like everybody else on the slope.
That's always my intention.
Okay. Probably had a better ski outfit, though, I bet.
I still have the same one.
Oh my God, she loves her. She loves her, dude. That's his lawyer, chat. Oh my God, she's going crazy. This video. Yo, I want to go back to see the highlights of this fucking trial. It's so crazy.
Ask how tall you are.
I'm just under 5'10".
Okay, I am so jealous.
I think I'm shrinking though.
You and me both. I have to wear 4-inch heels just to make it to 5'5".
Well,
so
they're very nice.
Well, thank you. And you're not trained in accident reconstruction.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Neither am I.
I was yelling at him.
Bro, that's crazy. You know she tried to exchange numbers after the trial. You know she tried to exchange numbers after the trial was like, hey, can you, even if you're not going to talk to me, can you perhaps pass on my card to Taylor Swift next time you see her? Please.
Pretty loud. Pretty forceful.
I was pretty upset.
Right? You're
Yeah.
small but mighty. Actually, you're not that small. Okay, and I'm assuming, and you're under oath here, that you're a good tipper.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I wouldn't expect anything less.
I love the fucking people in the chat being like, this is actually, you don't understand. This is actually a tactic. She's just trying to basically get her on her good side. It's like, bro, she fucking lost anyway. So what do you mean? That tactic clearly did not work. Whatever the tactic was, I don't know why you're trying to defend it. Okay? Her line of questioning was to prove that she was larger than Sanderson, so she had to correct herself, LaMaFeal. Yeah, I can't look at the tweet underneath it. Yeah. This smells like Kim's orgasm. What the fuck? Yo, dude. Anyway. She slayed. She came, she saw, she slayed. And we all slayed as well.